No, back with another live stream. Back with another live stream. Once again, my for some reason my phone doesn't like to go on like horizontal orientation. So every time I try to do it, anyway, it's sending me an error message. We're gonna persevere because I want to talk to y'all. We're gonna talk sitting down here by the water. The sun isn't allowing me to get the water in the shot like I want to. Maybe as the day progresses and the sun gets the sun gets a little, it moves, maybe we can get the water in the shot. But please no, please believe the water is right there. Actually, I'm gonna put y'all right here so I can see the comments. Like I said, my screen's acting crazy with me, but we here, we talking. Gilbert, how you doing? Who else we got here? We got Daniel, MH, how you doing? How you doing? Sitting down here on a little log. I don't know if you can see the log. Sitting on a log by the creek, just enjoying a little morning coffee, starting our day off. What up, Diamante? We got AJ as well. October Scorpio. What up, what up, what up? How you doing? Good to see you. Jay Cortez, usual suspects checking in. Love y'all. Good to see y'all. Ross, what up? What up? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Always, hold on, let me get this. Okay, there we go. That's good. Always good to see you. On your way to PV, Jay Cortez. Night. Enjoy yourself, man. Puerto Vallarta is it's a vibe, man. I literally was thinking about going back there again. Maybe this fall, or I might go somewhere new in Mexico. I don't know. But I was thinking about, man, I could take a little quick Mexico trip sometime soon. Cousin Rabbit, what up? Xanthobin, Mahalo. We just saying our introductions until we get to about I feel like the camera's crooked. It's okay. Until we get to about 50 people, then we're gonna go into our spiel, what we wanted to talk about today. It just kind of hit me this morning while I was, I lay in bed and I was watching some videos and doing my morning thinking. And this topic hit me, and I was gonna make a short, and then I was like, you know what? Nah, we gonna go out in the woods. We gonna talk to the peoples. Nicola, checking in from Italy. What up? Good to see you. Diamante said Mexico sounds nice. I miss it from my travel months. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. There's nothing that says that even though we working, we can't still get some travels in. So all about balance in life. So we gonna figure something out. What up, Rose? Had your cup of coffee too. Nice, nice, nice. How was it? Mine's just ordinary black coffee with a little artificial sweetener in it, which the jury's still out. I'm like, is sugar better or sweetener? But I do feel like the artificial sweetener gives me like a bit of a boost that the real sugar doesn't. So it probably means it's bad for me. It probably means it's not good for me. But like I said, we're giving ourselves. This ties into the topic. Just wait. This ties into the topic. This is a good one. Just waiting on like 50 people. Hang in there. We got 10 more people come through. While you're waiting, hit the like button if you want to. If you got the ability to, and you want to, support the channel, support the community, get the like button going early. Already at 12. Maybe we can get to 20, 13. I'm being more. Who's back there? Really? Thank y'all. We're already at 18. Nice. 46. Okay, 4 more people. We gonna start it. Got a good topic today. October Scorpio. Thank you for hitting that like button. Thank you. What up, everyone? Also, my morning thinking. Sometimes I just sit in the bed. Yeah, I do that a lot too. Chewy, what up? What up? What up? I do that a lot too. For me, I think different people think better at different times. For me, yes, the morning. AR, we here. For me, it's I'm sharp in the morning. By the time the afternoon roll around, yeah. Sometimes the day gone by and you had stressors and anyway. We gonna go ahead and get started at 46 people. We're not gonna wait for 50. The title today's video. Boom. As soon as I said that, we hit 55. The title of today's video: you don't have forever, but you have time. You don't have forever, but you have time. I started thinking about this because it's really been on my mind lately about like time. I started this lifestyle, seasonal work, travel 10 years ago, 2015, right? And it started in this part of the country. I started working at Old Faithful Inn in Yellowstone National Park, which was technically in Wyoming, but like Montana's 5 minutes down the road. And then after I worked there for the summer, I moved over to Big Sky Resort, which is in Montana. So now that I'm back in Montana, I'm thinking about, the 10 years, and I'm running into a lot of people that I met back then. Okay, since I'm back in Montana, I'm running into and I'm spending time with a lot of people that I met for the first time in 2015. And it's a big deal to me. I keep saying like, "Yo, bro, sis, we've known each other a decade." It's crazy. And I realize it's such a big deal to me because this is the first time in my life I've had people in my life that long that weren't from back home. You know what I mean? Like, I've had friends in my life for longer than that, but it was from back home. These are the people that, like, I met them when I started this new lifestyle. They're still in my life 10 years later. First time that's happened, so it means a lot to me. Been doing a lot of reminiscing. One of the things I realized though was, like, in that 10 years of traveling and, living my life, which has been amazing, there were a lot of times when I look back and I realize I made some choices in an effort to try to, like, quickly get to what I was trying to do. I had a lot more short-term view of life, and I made a lot of quick decisions based on how I was feeling at the moment, or if I really thought I needed to get something done. And I'm realizing now that even though the last 10 years has been amazing, if I had a little more patience, and if I had planned a little better, if I had thought things through, I still would have the amazing life I have now, but it probably would be even better, right? You get a little older, get a little age, you start to look back at your life, and I'm like, you know what? And once again, I think before, I was just so gung-ho to do stuff. This is all new to me, and I just needed to get it done. And if there seemed to be anything that, like, caused resistance, or if I wanted to do something more, but I go do it, like, you know what I mean? I did a lot of stuff just quickly, haphazardly. Boom, boom, boom. And there's nothing wrong with that. But looking back, I'm like, oh, like, the time, like, you have time. In my mind, it was just like, hey, you could die tomorrow. You got to get this stuff done. Go, go, go. Looking back, I'm like, bro, like, yes, you don't have forever. We're all going to die one day. But, like, you got time. And I was like, man, I could have gone a little slower. I could have planned a little better. Like, the time is going to pass. It's going to be okay. And that's what I'm trying to do. Like, this next chapter is, like, slow down, be more patient. Like, and part of it is belief too. If I believe that I'm going to achieve certain dreams, I don't have to jump at, like, the first opportunity that presents itself if it's not the right one, or it's not the best one, or if there's red flags, or if it's going to, like, jam somebody else up, or, you know what I mean? Like, I've done that in the past. I'm still apologizing to my friends. Hey, bro, remember that one time I did so-and-so? Wish I hadn't done that, bro. But, like, it was because I was kind of like, the bugs are back. I was very impatient. And, like, this was my first time, like, experiencing, like, different freedoms and the ability to do this stuff. And so I was just, you know what I mean, going. In hindsight, it probably would have turned out better if I had, what'd you say, Nick? Hold on, hang on 1 second. Let me check on something. Where is my YouTube at? Let me look up so I can see what I'm doing. Look up. Oh, okay, it's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Thanks for letting me know, Nick. The Orion, I mentioned earlier, my phone, even though I put on, like, horizontal orientation, it doesn't like it. It says it's wrong. Anyway, so it's gonna look a little stretched out because my phone is tripping. It's time for an upgrade. I think it's a YouTube software thing too. But anyway, but that's fine. Yeah, we can still talk. But thanks for letting me know, Nick. We got time. And that's what I'm learning. And the message, this is not all about me just talking about me. The reason I bring that up is because, like, I know there's a lot of us out there, even me with my next set of goals and dreams, we sometimes, like, we're in a rush to try to get them done. or because we're not doing what we want to be doing ultimately right now, we're down on ourselves and we think we're never going to get it done. Or we just like jump at it, maybe not at the right time. Now, here's the thing. If you jump not at the right time, you'll still figure it out, whatever. You'll just go through what you got to go through. But I think it can work out better for us if we realize, like, yes, this life is limited. Yes, we're all probably not going to be here in, 100 years, whatever. We don't have forever. That is motivating. Hey, you don't have forever. Get out there and live your life. But also, you don't have forever, but you have time. It doesn't have to be, if I'm not doing it now, it's never going to happen. You got time. Like, we can plan. We can enjoy our life now. That's what happens a lot of times too. Like, we have bigger goals and we're so locked in on like trying to get to them as quick as possible that we forget to enjoy now. It's like you can enjoy the level you're at now, even if you're in like a building phase. Even if you're like, hey, I got to work for like 5 more years and then I'll have the money. You can enjoy them 5 more years. It doesn't have to be like, oh man, like I'm not doing what I want. Yeah, it does suck sometimes. We'd much rather be like in the mix doing exactly what we want to be doing. But it's like, we got time. It's okay. Like going after your dreams and like designing your life and living it should not feel rushed. Like it shouldn't be like a negative thing. It shouldn't be, oh man, like you can be kind of like, dang, I'd rather be, on that beach in the Maldives right now. You know what I mean? And you can, have it on your vision board and on your computer screen and talk about it and be going for it. But like, that doesn't mean the moment now is wrong. That doesn't mean like we shouldn't be living now. Like it's a journey, it's a journey. We have time. It's okay. You'll get there. We're all going to get there. And I think it starts with belief, because like, if we have a scarcity mindset, which I used to, and we believe like there's only certain opportunities, we're going to try to jump at the first one. We're going to try to go as quick as possible. But when we realize like, oh no, like this is how it's supposed to be. Like our life is supposed to be us like enjoying ourselves, us being happy, us being at peace, us being content, us like having a beautiful, amazing family and friends and loved ones. Life's supposed to be that way. And like the overall universe, the planet is set up to give us that. Now, humans have come along and we've got all this human stuff going on that's kind of messed that up. But in the grand scheme of things, like when you're really trying to live your best life, you're in harmony with everything, with the really powerful, important stuff. God wants you to have a great life. You know what I mean? If you're a God-fearing person, God wants you to have a great life. The universe is set up for you to have an amazing life. So like, we don't have to rush into it. Like we don't have to like look at it with a scarcity. Oh man, if I don't do this now. Now, of course, when certain opportunities present themselves and you get that feeling of like, oh, this is the opportunity, of course, go for it. But like, we got time. It's okay. We can plan it out. And that makes it all the more enjoyable, right? When we've taken our time and we've planned it out and we finally get to it. And it's like, bro, I worked, 5 years for this. I did so-and-so. I did, you know what I mean? It makes it all the better when it's just like, bro, like I planned this. I saw this. Y'all don't know what the story is amazing. Y'all don't know what I had to go through to get here, but I'm here. And like, you do it one time. And then I think every time it just reinforces that you can do it. It reinforces that belief. And you start to get rid of these old human beliefs that other people taught you. Because honestly, all the improper and wrong beliefs we have, other people taught us. It didn't come from God. It didn't come from the universe. It didn't come from nature. It came from other people. And, they were taught it by other people. I love it, Rose. God has given me a great life. That's the life we're supposed to have. This idea that, life is pain and God wants you to suffer and all this other craziness. Not in my reality. I don't know about other people's. Maybe they got different gods. I don't know. Maybe they in a different reality. In my reality, when I sit down here at a very picturesque scene like this, you know what I mean? When I'm sitting down here and listening to the birds, they were going crazy behind me earlier. They didn't slow it up a bit. When I'm doing that, there's no scarcity. This river right here been flowing for millennia. It's probably gonna keep flowing. That's abundance to me. Monkey, I actually saw somebody leaving with the fishing rod when I was walking up. And both of us were like, wow, I'm glad we missed each other because I don't want to be down here talking, messing up this fishing, and I don't need him fishing, messing up my stream. Yeah, it's abundance. It's not scarcity. It's like, bro, like it's once we realize that, yeah, like this is what we was meant to be doing, there's going to be ample opportunity. Or we'll have the time. You know what I mean? Like time is going to pass. And it's like, we don't have to just give in and live a mundane, regular life like everybody else on the one extreme. But on the other extreme, we don't have to be out there just ripping and running, scared that like if we don't jump right now, we're never gonna get the opportunity. It's like, nah, man, like we don't have forever, no. So get out there and do it. Start planning it. Let's go. But like we don't have to sabotage us. I feel like I sabotaged myself a lot because I was just too scared I wasn't gonna get to do it all. And now I'm like, bro, like just slow down, take your time. Set definite. A lot of times I didn't have definite plans either. I was, shiny object. Oh, I want to do that. Want to do that. Want to do that. Want to do that. Now I'm trying to like stop that. It's still in me, but I'm like, hey, I'm trying to set definite plans. And some things spur of the moment. Oh, you get an opportunity, boom. But like, hey, this is what I'm trying to do. I'm gonna, you know what I mean? Like, we got time. It's okay. We don't have to feel bad when other people seem to be out here doing different things and we're not. It's not our time yet. It's not our time yet. Jan says, invest in GoPro. Okay. I'm watching you, Jan. I listen. It's not our time yet. That's another thing. That I believe that there's like divine timing. I believe that there's just like good timing. It's all rhythm. It's all rhythm. You know why we like music? It's the rhythm. It's all, everything is rhythm, or that's one of the major components in life. Rhythm, timing. Sometimes it's not the right time for us. It's the right time for other people. Not to mention, we don't know what they had to do to get to like where they're at. You see some people living amazing lives, and they've been planning 15 years to do it. You might see some people living overseas and, like my buddy retiring living off dividends. He worked for years, decades to get that. You know what I mean? So we might look and just be like, oh man, that person's doing so-and-so. And I'm still whatever, but it's like they might have had to work and plan for decades. And it's actually encouraging because you're like, man, they were able to do it. Took them 10 years, but they were able to finally get to it. It might take me 15, but I'm gonna get to it. Why wouldn't we? Whenever someone tells you all the reasons like why it can't be done, you can just look back and we can I can just like, if someone says you can't do that, you say, why can't I? You know what I mean? Like, look at things from that point of view. Look at things from the point of view of like, why wouldn't it work out? Why wouldn't I finally achieve this? The belief that it won't happen is programmed in us by other people. Look at the animals. Look at the animals. They go through life doing stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think any other organism other than humans thinks it's not going to work. Every other organism on this planet has an idea of what they're trying to do, even if it's instinctual. And like, they just do it. Humans are the only ones that have an ideal plan we want to do, and then we stop ourselves. Nothing else does that. Because I think everything else instinctively understands, like, that's life. You just got to go do it. If it works out, it works out. If it don't, it don't. Humans, we stop ourselves. What about that? Why wouldn't it work out? Why wouldn't it work out? King D, I'm good. How are you? Good to see you. Yeah, why wouldn't it work out? Why can't I do it? Other people doing it. Other people getting their blessings. Why can't I get mine? Why? Like, the reason there are blessings is for us to get them. You know what I mean? It's funny. Like, we will look and see other people being greatly blessed. And the more they're blessed, the worse we feel. But I'm like, it should be the opposite. It should be the opposite. It's like, the more I see somebody else blessed, the more I know I can be blessed. I'm like, oh, there's blessings like that out here? They giving out abundance and blessings and prosperity like that? Let me get mine. Like, I don't even need it like that. I'm a simple dude. Like, I don't even need all of that. I just need my little bit. It's just funny. I think about, so I wonder if I move. Can I see? Now, the sun is not allowing me to move the camera where I want it to and still read the screen. You know, change of life is great. You know, I think another thing we're programmed to believe that really is very detrimental to our overall happiness and health, I think too. Enjoy this ideal of like you figure out what you're supposed to do at 23 and then you do it the rest of your life. I don't think that's life, bro. I don't think that's life, bro. Sis, I don't think that's life. I think life is different chapters, different seasons, you know, and what we change and what chapters and seasons we go through differ from person to person. But this ideal of like you lock in on one way of life and you just do that for the rest of your life, you'll notice that's when you have like midlife crises and people just, you know, what's the point? Because they not switching nothing up. What you was doing at 30 is probably not what you were going to be wanting to do at 50. You 20 years older. Things have changed. You've done that. You know, you've done it. I don't care who you are. You do the same thing long enough, you get bored. That's why we got so many divorces. We're not going there, Tim. We're not going there. I've been doing a lot of thinking on like marriage and monogamy lately. Anyway, we're not going there. But that's part. Everything they sell us is like figure one thing out, figure it out, get it all set in your 20s, and do it the rest of your life. And you wonder why people lose like midlife crisis, divorces, people do it like me, because it's like if we didn't put so much pressure to like put ourselves in a box and stay in that box the rest of our life, and it was more, you know, normalized. It's just like, hey, you do what you do as long as you feel like doing it, and then you do something else if you want. I don't think we would have a lot of the stuff, a lot of the mental illness we have, or a lot of the anguish and pain people go through as they age, and they feel like, hey, this isn't suiting me anymore, but I gotta keep doing it. Nothing worse than feeling trapped. We're meant to be free. That's why we long for freedom. Do you think we long for freedom because like God is cruel and just wanted to put that in us and then it not be no, we long for freedom because we're supposed to be free. But we like lock ourselves into these lives, and then we wonder why we're miserable because like we're like, I have to keep, you know, we get in debt and all these other things and like paying on student loans for 30 years, and it's just like I have to keep doing this, but it's not what I want to do anymore. This is not the person I want to be with anymore. No disrespect, but like I'm, you know what I mean? Like I don't know how we got on this topic, but yeah, I definitely have been noticing. I'm like, man, it's just why at such a young age do they try to tell us figure it all out and then keep doing it? Retire and go. Thank you, Super Chat Squad. Hey, I just mentioned you, my friend. I just mentioned you. Thank you. Said it is possible. It takes time. Enjoy every day along the way. Blessings, Tim, from Borneo, Malaysia. Nice. Hey, I appreciate the love, brother. It's always good to see you. You know, you're a huge inspiration to me. So thank you. I appreciate the love. Super Chat Squad. Thank you. It takes time. I love it. It takes from a man who did it. It takes time, you know, but enjoy every day along the way. That's what I'm saying. It's like if we can get ourselves to where we have things we're trying to accomplish and we're slowly accomplishing them. If we're doing something daily, weekly to get us to that goal and we're enjoying the process, do you know how amazing like life, like when we finally hit, you know what I mean? It's like, man, I'm having fun just doing this, right? I'm having fun just getting there. When I finally get there, bruh, like, let's go. But here's the thing. It also keeps you leveling up because, like, if you enjoy the journey, then you'll get to your destination, you'll get to your goal, and it'll be amazing for a while. But guess what? You'll start to miss the journey, right? And then you'll have to do another journey, which is what I think life's supposed to be. Yeah, I need another adventure. I need another one. You know what I mean? But yeah, if we could, like, we got time. What up, Bonnie? Good to see you. We got time. We can figure it out. You know, so some goals are quick. Some take time. You know, like I said, I'm looking at some of the stuff that I haven't achieved yet, and I'm like, that's because I had that, and there's nothing wrong with it, but for so long, I had that not instant gratification. Well, in some cases, yes, but just kind of like, squirrel, shiny object, quickly, Now that I'm thinking more long term, I'm like, oh, I can get to some of these higher goals if I just take the time to do what I need to do to get there. And I think overall my lifestyle will be more sustainable, and I won't have some of the, the ups and downs I've had if I, plan a little better, and like I said, it's that balance. Life is so much about balance. It's that balance of like, doing what you do now and then preparing to do stuff later, working and doing what you need to do to get financially free so that you can be financially free later. Like it may take, locking in. Like I said, this is a rebuilding period for me. We locked in, we working. Part of that because, I didn't, in the past, I wasn't thinking long term. And I didn't always set myself up financially for the next couple of years. So I'm like, okay, we got a lot to take a little time to rebuild, but we got the time. And we're gonna enjoy ourselves the whole rebuilding. So like, it should not be stressful. Or that should not, like, life's always gonna have some stress. But going after our goals and dreams, we should not be putting more stress on ourselves. Sometimes we do that. We should not be putting more stress on ourselves because we think we have to hurry and do everything. Or like, if we're not doing it right now, it's not gonna happen. It's gonna happen. All y'all out there watching this who are watching it on the replay, shout out to the replay gang. It should be exciting, exactly. Shout out to the replay gang. The things you're trying to do, we're gonna do them. We're gonna do them. 2027, 2029, 2035, I don't know, we're gonna do them. And guess what? Here's another thing. It doesn't matter what the economy does. It doesn't matter what the job market does. It doesn't matter what the housing market does. It doesn't matter what all this other stuff they talk about on the news does. We're going to get to the things we're really trying to get to if we put in the work. So we don't really got to worry about it. Just got to figure out the work and put it in. I'm really starting to, it is. I don't watch the news, but I start to. Thank you, Rose. I start to get annoyed. I try to get annoyed, but like, I just think about how many people make decisions in their lives based on stories or articles or like videos they see online that they don't even know if they're true or not. They know it's true, right? They know it's true. The job market's bad, so I better stay at my current job. Somebody just said that. You don't know if it's true. The job market might be great in your area. Little stuff like that. I just see people, I couldn't do that because so-and-so. The economy's bad, so I better. I'm like, bro, you don't even know if that's really true. You don't even know if that's true in your area. It can be true and not matter to you. You know what I mean? Like, still not matter. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just like, we see these stories. Super Chat Squad. Thank you, Alvin. Super Chat Squad. Thank you. Say, Tim, I have 40 hours of sick time. If I really get sick, should I use my sick time for a vacation? Yes. You asked my thoughts. I'm going to give you my thoughts. Yes, use it. Go on vacation. Enjoy yourself. Here's the thing. It's your time. Let's break this down. Good question. Good to see you, Alvin. I appreciate the continued support. Thank you. Let's break this down. The company is your time. You earn that time. Now, they can put sick time on it if they want to, but like, it's your time, right? It's your time. You earned it. X amount of hours per week. You earned it, so you can do what you want with it. Can't nobody dictate to you when you can take it. Maybe you're like, here's the thing. Vacation is useful for like our mental health. So if you take 2 days, 16 hours of your sick time for like mental health days, I think that's keeping you from getting sick. So like, why can't I take my sick time before I get sick to keep me from getting sick? It's my time. Take it when you want. Yeah, my opinion. Yeah, take your sick time. Take your sick time. Nick, thank you. Super Chat Squad. Thank you, Nick. Thank you. Super Chat Squad. Said drop 2K on a new camera. Nice. 1 week ago, a penny pitching here in Alaska and saving money for the future travels will bring long-term happiness. Let's go. Hey, I love it, Nick. By the way, they up there paying Nick good. They up there paying Nick well. 2K on the camera. They're up there paying Nick very well. The tips are tipping. I'm loving it. And you taking the time to show love and support and abundance to your boy. I appreciate that. But yeah, just you're investing. $2 grand in a camera. And investing in some future projects, saving money for future travels. That's what it's about. But like you're in Alaska doing it. How crazy is that? Like your planning stage and your saving stage and your investing for the future stage is in Alaska. You know what I mean? Like that for a lot of people, that's the vacation. That's the vibe. Like that is the thing. Getting to Alaska. You're in Alaska and you're doing things for the future. That's amazing. That's amazing. I gotta stand up real quick, folks. Hold on. Oh, whoa. Hold on. Ooh. Give me 1 second, folks. I know this thing goes higher. Oh, that's okay. All right. I know this thing goes higher than that. Sorry about that, folks. I had to stand up for a minute. The sun is definitely sunning today. It wouldn't be so bad if my screen wasn't playing games with me, so I got to be in the right spot with the sun to see the comments. That's not it. I'd love to be giving y'all that water. Hold on, maybe we can make that work now. Hold on. I don't know how that's looking. It looks okay. Hold on. That's decent. Okay, that's decent. Oh yeah, I was sitting on this log here. Anyone you ever sit out in the woods on something, it takes its toll on your posteriors. All right, where are we at in the chat? Okay. Let's answer a few questions while we're here. A man will succeed. What up? How you doing? Indonesia in the building. Monkey, you bought a DJI camera for $300. Felt like I overspent. Are you going to get $300 worth of enjoyment out of it or content? The temperature is nice. Like it's probably 60, maybe like 60 in the sun right now. Maybe like the high 60s. Rose said before retiring, I use some sick days to decompress, relax, and restore mental health. Yeah, like I think like sick days doesn't have to say you don't have to be sick. You can use them before you get sick. Jeanette, the bugs aren't as bad today. They're not as bad, so I'm excited about that. Hey, MH, I'm out here for all of us. I'm out here for all of us. Let's go. Be careful in the sun. Nah, lady, I'm good. I don't have a fear of the sun. I'll say this, lady. I grew up in Florida. I don't have the fear of the sun that other people have. So this is me. Don't take this as advice. This is probably not true for everybody. I have no fear of the sun. I don't wear sunscreen. I have no fear of the sun. I think it's one of the most natural things out there. Like the sun gives life, gives growth. Why would I ever be scared of it? Like what is? I don't know. So I'm never scared in the sun. But I try to stay hydrated. I got some water. What up, Virgo? Go represent for the Dreamers. Let's get it. Yeah, man. It's the programming, the belief. What up, Lee? The belief that like we can't. The ideal that like life is pain and suffering and it's not meant for us to get what we want to do. What up, Moon Bear? Crazy to me. And I mean, I get it. If you look at the news and you look at all the bad around you, stuff like that, you're gonna think that. But like, if you really just like tap in and just notice day-to-day life, most people is good. Depending on what area you're in, a lot of people out there doing what they want to do, doing what they love. And I think way more of us could be doing it if we just realized we could do it. And we started down that path. Like, we don't have to have it all figured out. Have a clue sometimes. But like, I'm gonna drop this down just a little bit. Hold on. But like, just believe in it. I think I can do it. I can do it. I'm gonna try to do it. 18 likes away from 100. Grape Tea News, how you doing? Hey, shout out to your daughter. UF microbiology. Okay, okay. Doesn't know what she wants to do career-wise. I don't blame. She's only 18. You said figure it out before I pay for dorm meal plan anyway. I don't know on that one, AJ. Like I get it. Like at 18, can we expect someone to know what they want to do career-wise? But I also, when you coming out of pocket, I also get being like, well, I don't want to be paying for this for nothing. So I don't know. I don't have no advice on that one. I see both sides of it. Yeah, Hollis, this is a little. I haven't even explored further down the stream, but it's a nice little stream right here, man. Oh, Rosa, the sun healed me after surgery. Nice. I'm telling you, the sun is life, man. Demonte says, I don't have a clue at 29. Bro, like at 45, gonna be 46 this year. Like, I got things I want to do, but like, you know what I mean? I don't know if you ever. I mean, I think some people decide, right? And they're just like, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. And maybe there are some people who just know. I do know some people like, oh, I've always wanted to do this. I think a lot of people just decide. You just figure something out and you do it. Especially old school people. You figure out something and you do it. But as far as like figuring out what you want to do with your life, I think that just changes from, and I try to view things, you know what I mean? Like, so we're taught to like view life with work, life with career. Like, I try to look at life so much bigger and like, yeah, I may be working, I may have a job, but like, as far as what I want to do with my life, you know what I mean? I think that's two different things. We asking these kids to like figure out a career, which is also going to be a life. Ugh. You know what I mean? So I'm like, you might be able to figure out a career path, or maybe not. But like, figure out what you're going to do with your life, or have life totally figured out. I think that's you take that as you learn that as you live. You know what I mean? It's like you can't figure out all of high school until you've been through high school. You know, you can't pass your final exams until like you took all the classes that year. But that's what we be asking these kids to do at like 18, 19. They ain't been through none of the life lessons and life classes. We're asking them to figure out like what they want to do with it. Like, bro, like I don't know nothing. It's crazy. That's one of my issues with college, is that we throw them in there so early before they've even had time to like be in their 20s. They ain't even made the biggest mistakes they're gonna make. Not everybody makes the biggest mistakes in their life in their 20s. I tried to, but you know what I mean? They ain't even made their 20s mistakes yet, bro. Stop. Like, we asking them to like put up hundreds, like thousands, tens of thousands of dollars. It's crazy. My opinion. Michael, yes, I do think travel can change a person. Yes. Here's the thing, Michael. Everything changes a person, right? No matter what you do in life, it changes you. If you stay at the same job, at the same house, which is nothing wrong with, but like if you do the traditional thing, that changes you. Promise you. Do that for 20 years, you're gonna be a changed man in some aspects. So like everything changes you. So of course travel is gonna change you. And I think travel can do it, honestly, like change you for the better in a lot of cases and quicker. 8 likes away from 100. Thank y'all. Because there's just so much, you're out of your comfort zone, new places, new people, new experiences. I think that's why people talk so much about travel changing you, is because like it's quick. Like it be, 3 months, you're like, damn, I'm a different dude. You know what I mean? So like that's, I think why people always like travel will change you. And I think that's why some people are skeptical, because so many people say it, but people say it because it's true. I promise you, bro, I done learned more on being in these streets and being on the road in this past decade than like if I just sat home in Florida. I don't know, you know what I mean? But you learned a lot about yourself too, which is not always fun. It's not always fun, but learning it is positive, and the benefits you get are fun, down the line. Delayed fun. What up, Rich Runner? Yeah, this be a nice picnic spot. This be a nice little picnic date spot. Yeah, Jeanette, now it's time to do what you want to do. Let's go. There are a lot less careers to choose from now. Just the truth. I think that's a good thing. I don't know if that's true, but if it is, I think that's a good thing. If there's less careers to choose from, then more people will come out of high school, realize that they got to figure out for themselves. That's where we need to be. That's where we need to be. You know, that's when people are powerful. That's when you have like innovation. When people are like, hey, I got to figure this out. Look back in history at the times where like there were booms and like everybody was inventing new stuff and figuring things out. That's when like the needle gets pushed forward. When everybody thinks there's a blueprint, nothing happens. That's another video or stream or short I'm going to do soon. There's no blueprint in life. I know back in the 80s, they were teaching us like it was a blueprint. The kids now realize there's no blueprint. You got to figure this stuff out. That you're going to see a lot more innovation. You're going to see the envelope being pushed. You're going to see people like, instead of just like, oh, I'll go to school and get this job, they're going to be like, what can I do that nobody else is doing to bring me money? There's money out there. There's opportunity out there. As long as humans like have needs and wants, there's opportunity to sell them goods and services. This idea, that's why I'm like, AI is taking all the jobs. There'll be other stuff. AI is going to do what it's going to do. We're going to do the other stuff. And people are going to pay for it. I think it's great if traditional careers are going away. We got to figure some stuff. Like, when do we lose our figure some stuff out abilities? Like, I promise you, our ancestors will be looking back at us now like, y'all done got soft, bro. As soft as we say the kids are now, they look at it like, y'all soft. Y'all out here whining. Bro, if AI takes the jobs, figure something else out. Okay, you struggle for a couple years. Figure something out. What are we doing? Like, we done got too soft. We done got too blueprinted. Like, oh, if doing these exact steps doesn't work, I don't know what I'm gonna do. We got to figure it out, bro. And I'm not saying it's easy, but I think the kids now with that mentality are gonna do things that my generation, the one beforehand, did not do. They might fix some of these problems we got because they got to. Hey, we can't just kick the can down the road like grandpa and pops did, dad and mom did. We got to figure some of this stuff out. It's getting crucial. But I think it's a good thing. There's no blueprint. As long as you think there's a blueprint, you're going to be living somebody else's blueprint for you. But it's not a real life blueprint. If you go into it like, hey, there's no blueprint, it's all on me. And the beautiful thing is we were born with free will and an amazing mind that we can't even fully understand that allows us to like figure stuff out. It's good that we got to start using it. Nothing happens when we're not using it. Stagnation. Necessity is the mother of invention. We probably finna have to start inventing some stuff. I'm excited. Even if it sucks sometimes. You know, even if it ain't easy. Riverside, California, what up, Wolfgang? Slave is a borrower to the lender. I mean, the borrower is a slave to the lender. Facts. What up, Gino? The word tradition will soon be deleted from the dictionary. I don't know about that, but possibly. Because we'll just build new traditions. That's what we do. BJ, I don't think, I used to think that like the invention of money was like one of the worst things ever happened. The problem isn't the money. So if we didn't have anything like money and we still had the same amount of greedy people, we'd have the same problems. Even if there was no money, there's still resources. And the rich and powerful, greedy people would just hog the resources. Might not have money, but you got goats. And the rich people would hog, greedy people would hog all the goat. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. So like, I don't think money's the problem. I think greed is the problem. If we got rid of money, but we still had the same amount of greed, it would be the same thing. The powerful, greedy people would hog all the resources. Now they just hog all the money and hog all the resources. It's the same game, you know? So like I'm done like demonizing money. It's just a tool we use to get to the resources. And greedy people have created things like poverty and hunger and things of that nature. But they would be doing that even without money. It's not like if money magically went away, it would solve all our problems. I used to think along those lines, but I'm like, oh no, it's just human greed. Now, the way our monetary system is set up, I think it makes greed easier. Why am I hearing people? But I don't think money going away would solve our problems, no. Hey, Alex, sorry to hear that, man. I'm so sorry to hear that. Working, you're exhausted, hadn't had a vacation, miss your family. I understand all that. Hey, like, I feel you, my brother. Only thing I can say on that regard is, what can you do day to day so that one day that changes? Like if we're trapped in a situation, even if it's something very small, it's like, hey, I'm gonna put aside $5 from every paycheck because that's all I can do. But I'm gonna start putting aside $5 from every paycheck to plan for my next vacation, to somehow use that money eventually to get financially free. Like I think all we can do in situations like that when we feel trapped is start doing whatever we can do to get free. Even if it seems very insignificant, I think we gotta have something. Because other than that, we feel totally trapped. It's kind of like the prisoner in Alcatraz, chipping away at the wall every night, you know what I mean? So you can never escape Alcatraz, it's impossible. But hey, knowing every night you chipping away a little bit of stone out of that wall gives you something to, focus on instead of being trapped. So I think, yeah, even if we're in situations where it's like, bro, I'm stuck in this, the only thing we can do is just do a little something, whatever we can do, and set the goal, set the intention. Because here's the thing, fortunes can change in an instant. 6 months from now, something totally crazy can happen and you overseas visiting with your family on a 2-week vacation. I'm a big believer, setting the intention. What do you want to be doing? Write it down. I'm heavy on this, writing it down. Hey, I want a 2-week vacation. I'm on my 2-week vacation visiting family. You'll be surprised how things maneuver in the universe that we can't even fathom that will allow us to reach those goals. But I think what we really just got to do is like start with the setting that intention. It's like, instead of just being totally down about it, 100%, like do what we can do to try to change it. ChatGPT told you not living to your full potential? Oh, ChatGPT will jump on you. Rochelle, what up? What up, disciple? Yeah, man. Whoa. And like I said, I don't say none of that to like, I never want to be one of those people who makes it seem like, oh, that's not nothing. You just need to. No, I'm like, bro, it sucks that the reason we long for freedom is because we're meant to be free. So when we find ourselves in a situation where we feel trapped, it's like one of the worst feelings. I get it, bro. It's, but like, we can stay stuck in that, or we can figure out, hey, how can I get my mind, my body might be trapped, but my mind could be envisioning what we're gonna do. And it's an amazing thing when you spend time envisioning something and then you wake up one day and you're doing it. One of the best feelings in the world. One of the best feelings in the world. Just like, bro, like I said I was gonna do this a year ago. I felt trapped. I saw no end in sight. I'm here now. I don't really even know how. What? Things just happen, you know what I mean? Yeah, Ridge Runner got it figured out. Let's go. Yes, Behave and believe like a better life is yours. Soon it will be. And honestly, like, it's kind of that simple. Now, keeping ourselves on the track of belief can be hard. Because life will, there's challenges. People around you want to do things, but like what you got to believe something. I was thinking about this earlier. You have to believe something, right? Like I don't think you can have a mind with no belief, because your belief steers your actions. So you got to act in life. So you have to have some beliefs backing those actions, correct? So you got to believe something. We all have a set of beliefs, and that our life is where it is today because we acted on those beliefs. So if you have to believe something, why not believe the stuff that's gonna believe the stuff that makes you happy? It makes me happy to believe oh, in the future I'm gonna do ABC. When I think about that, it makes me happy. I get happy every day when I write in my abundance journal. I didn't do it today yet, I gotta do it later. When I write in my abundance journal, the things I'm gonna do, I get happy because I know they're gonna happen, and I'm excited for them. I would much rather do that, since I have to believe something. I would much rather believe in myself and believe in my future than believe I can't do it. It's up to us. If you really think about it, we get to determine what we believe. Other people can try to influence what we believe, but we get to believe what we want to believe. So if you either have to believe you can't do it, or you have to believe you can do it, why wouldn't you believe you can do it? No one can tell you you can't believe you can do it. They might say, oh, that doesn't make sense. That's not how it works. Blah, blah, blah. You don't have to listen to that. If you want to start believing today that you're going to do whatever it is you say you're going to do, and that you have the time to do it, you can start believing that. You can start saying that. You can start reprogramming yourself to believe it. You may not fully believe it today, but you can start reprogramming yourself to believe it. Nobody can stop you. You gotta believe something. Why not believe the good stuff? Here's the thing. Say all of this is wrong. You're still better off believing the good stuff and it doesn't happen than believing the bad stuff. That's what I'm saying. Why wouldn't I believe that life is amazing and I can do all these things and I'm gonna have an amazing next decade, next rest of my life? Why wouldn't I believe that? Even if it's not true, it makes me happy. So many of us are worried about being delusional. I don't want to be delusional. I want to be realistic. I'm scared to be optimistic. I'd rather be pessimistic. Why? Who are you? Who cares? Even if people tell you you're being delusional, that's their weird thought. Who cares? Yeah, okay. And I'm happy as AF over here, being delusional. Gotta listen to y'all. Believe that life is suffering and pain and I can't do anything because y'all said it? Who are you? I gotta believe something. I'm gonna believe the good stuff. I'll be happy. I'll be smiling. People don't get it. I'll be smiling. What's wrong with this dude? Because I already know. I know what's coming. I know what's coming. I know the abundance, the prosperity that's coming. I already know. You can't shake my belief. You can, people poke at it, and sometimes I gotta get back to it. But bro, if we all just believe like that, do you know what our lives would look like? And we gotta believe something. So why not choose that one? What do you have to lose? Other than your life. Okay. Appreciate all the comments, by the way. We hit 100 likes already. It's still going. You gotta believe in something. Why not believe in Flea? That's a Cameron song. You got to believe in something. Why not believe in Flea? Any Cam fans? They don't know about that. Hey Lee, here's the thing. I get it. You're out there spending your money, and it just doesn't seem to go as far as it went before. I just feel like focusing on that does nothing. It's cool to talk about cool event, but focusing on that does nothing. Like, things cost what they cost. By the way, in the future, prices are going to go down. We're going to be worried about deflation. Oh man, nobody's buying everything. I keep saying this because nobody believes me. And trust me, folks, when it happens, I'm going to be like, I was saying this in 2025. Everything's dirt cheap because nobody's buying nothing. But it's just like, the more I lock in on what I'm trying to do, like, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't like it when the price of chicken thighs goes up. I'm trying to eat out here. But it doesn't matter because it's not going to stop me from doing what I'm doing. Like, the goals I got, I don't get to determine what the economy does, right? So if I got to achieve the goals I got to achieve in a worse economy and it costs me more, it's not like, oh, I'm going to achieve this dream, but only if the economy's good. Only if inflation is below 2%. No, like, the things we're doing, we're going to do them. So, like, if it costs me more, well, then the universe, God, is just going to have to bless me with more financial abundance. I don't know what to tell you. Or I got to figure out a way to do it, like I've been doing for years, to, like, backdoor it and do it, like, not solely on money. You know, one of the reasons I got into seasonal work, I like to travel. I like to be in beautiful places like this. I'm not spending the type of money other people spend to come to places like this. I don't currently have that type of money. But I found a way to still be able to enjoy these type of environments and not have to spend millions of dollars. So it's just like, I look at things like that, it's like, okay, if things are getting more expensive, like, it's all about the goals. It's all about what I'm doing. If I got the money to still, like, live, I feel blessed, I feel grateful. And I know, like, the things I'm trying to do, they might cost more in 2030 than they would have in 2015, but, like, okay, I'll just have to figure out a way to do it at 2030 prices. Like, that's not going to be the thing that stops me. So, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you want to vent about it, I get it. But it's like, I try not to dwell on that, because all that does is, what belief is it reinforcing? What I ask myself a lot. I'm trying to ask myself more. I think it's a good thing to ask ourselves. This thought I'm having right now, what belief is it reinforcing? Is it reinforcing I can do what I want in this life and, like, there's no scarcity? Is it reinforcing an abundance mindset, an abundance belief, or is it reinforcing a scarcity, poverty mindset belief? That's what I think about. I'm way behind in the chat. Hey, Ridge Runner, thank you. Hold on, let me, whoa, hold on. Ridge Runner, thank you. Super Chat Squad, thank you so much. Says much love to him. Hey, I appreciate the love. Thank you. The financial abundance and support, thank you. And I appreciate you being a valued member of the community, always coming through, very encouraging comments. I don't always get to read them all, but I see them. I don't always get to read them aloud, but I appreciate you dropping that knowledge about, you know, living in your van, bartending, Alaska, that type of stuff. So thank you. Super Chat Squad. It's Bellum, thank you. Thank you. Said you called it women's basketball. I did. And robot companions. Bring on the low price. I'm telling you. I spent a lot of time. This is what other people got, like kids and mates and stuff. So they can't spend as much time thinking about this type of stuff. This is all I do, right? So it's just like I was once again listening to The Dynamic Laws of Prosperity, great book. And there was a quote in there which I forget who said it. It wasn't Catherine Ponder, the author. It was someone else. But she said, like, the majority is always wrong. Someone else said this. And so I'm starting to look at things of, like, if everybody has this belief, then the opposite will probably happen. So everybody's like, inflation is crazy. Prices are never coming down, right? Everybody's saying this. Prices is gonna come down, right? That's how life is. Like, it cycles. Like, things can't perpetually go in one direction, right? So if everybody's like, inflation, prices are never going down, it seems a no-brainer to me that one day prices will go down. And if no one's expecting them to go down, they're gonna go down. Well, you know, you know, I don't know. I'd be wrong a lot, but there's a few things I'm calling. You know, I was on ChatGPT last night, asking about undervalued assets. I said, wait a second. All the stuff everybody's telling you to invest in now is going up. I need to find the undervalued assets. I'm not just talking about the stock market. I need to find the undervalued assets that will go up later. And ChatGPT did okay. Could have done better. Thank you again, Rich Runner. I appreciate that. Rich Runner 907. Thank you. Okay, I missed some of these comments. Where we at? Hey, Diamante, yeah, you got that job. You can figure it out. Antonio, haven't been living on your own terms? Hey, the good news is like you've identified that. A lot of people go through their whole life not living on their own terms. They think they can't. You grown now. Do what you want, you know what I mean? Yeah, when we was kids, yeah, we had to live on mama and them terms, grandmama and them terms, you know? But now we grow. Like if you're like, hey man, I'm not living on my own terms, do it. You know, might take some sacrifices. People might not get it, but it's worth it for the day when you're like, bro, I'm living life totally on my own terms. That's an amazing, or way more on my own terms. That's an amazing feeling. Wisdom of the Tao is a great book, yes. Hey, Elijah, thank you. What can someone do on a daily basis to not be a slave to a job? It's hard to answer that. We're all different. We all have different financial situations. Basically, like, I mean, the answer is you got to be working towards something that brings you in the same money your job did. Because like we either work because we like to, you know, or we need the paycheck. Most people work where they work because they need the paycheck. So like, if you don't, like, we just have to find a way to bring in the same money our job is bringing us, not being a slave to a job. How each one of us does that is going to be different. And so like all people I think can do is like tell you how they did it. The thing that allowed me to not have to work all the time and be able to take 5-6 months off at a time was YouTube, right? That's how I was able to do it. That's the only thing I can really speak to. And that's why like a lot of times I don't give like, I do motivation. That's what I always say. I do motivation. So my motivational spiel on that is like, I do know it's possible. And I think something you can do on a daily basis, something as small as just like writing down, I'm not going to have to work 2 years from now. You know what I mean? Like just getting the ideal of like, okay, what do I want my life to look like? Like if I'm not a slave to a job, what does my life look like? And then just keeping that thought in front of you constantly until it happens. Because here's the thing. If we're not constantly focusing on that, it's so easy to get distracted. So every now and then it'll pop in our heads, man, I don't want to be a slave to a job. But if we're not focusing on it, we're not really going to do anything about it. The reason I'm so big on writing things down, that keeps me focused every day. Sometimes I'll forget that I'm trying to focus on something. You know, I'm like, oh yeah, I got it. Okay. Every single day I'm refocused on my goals. And if like every single day you're refocusing on, I'm not going to have to work a job 2 years from now if I don't want to, or whatever time frame you give yourself, then your mind is going to be working on that and actively looking for opportunity. Whereas when we're not focused on it, it's too easy to be wrapped up in all this other stuff. But if we constantly bring ourselves back to like what we're really trying to do, we'll do it. We'll figure it out. Because like this up here, our mind is tapped into this. We have this thought of like, oh, there's only so many possibilities and a couple of things I can do. It's like, nah, if you don't want to work a job, you're smart enough. There's enough opportunity out there for you to figure that out. It might take a lot of work, might take a lot of sacrifice, but like, so does getting up going to work. So my thing on a daily basis is to just find whatever works for you. For me, it's writing it down every single day to refocus our minds on what we're trying to do and then just believe in it, you know? That's why you write it in the I am. I am currently running my own business and I have the freedom to like do what I want to do. My business pays all my bills, allows me to save it, like whatever. You can write out and believe in and conjure up whatever life you want. A lot of times we're nervous even when we're writing up our goals. Oh, I don't want to say no, go crazy. Dream with the lid off. Who cares? It's your dream. And then when the opportunities present themselves, we're like, we gotta go, you know? But as far as how you actually do it, I feel like that's the fun part. Nobody else knows. All other people can do is tell you how they did it, tell you it's possible, but like your path to financial freedom is gonna be totally different than anybody else's, which is amazing, because like it's your path. Hey, Jeanette, glad you can make this one. I've been trying to switch it up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Your best friend fell in love with his wife right here at this spot. I seriously doubt that. But somewhere close, I got you. Nah, Rick, I don't have a type of filter on. My camera is my phone has some type of glitch in it where it doesn't like my orientation. So it's telling me I have the phone oriented wrong, and so it's making the screen look weird. We talking though. Yeah, yeah. What did I say? Hoiper? I do strongly, and I've been looking in crypto for ever. I tell you, I tell the story of like, I remember when Bitcoin was like $1. Like because I was in the, since I was, years ago. Ever since I discovered the stock market in like 2008 and lost all my money in the stock market in 2008, I was into precious metals. And so the precious metals community is the same as like the Bitcoin community, or like Bitcoin came through the precious metals community first. Before most people had heard of crypto, I was looking into it. And I still remember when it was like $1, and I was like, I'm gonna buy like 10 of these. But like back then you couldn't, it was a lot harder than it is now. And like, I didn't understand what all this stuff was. All the stuff you had to go through back then to buy Bitcoin. Like you never heard it. People to this day, it's confusing. So can you imagine back then? Like I was like, I don't know what this is. So yeah, I've been looking at crypto for a long time. I've been in crypto for a while. I've done a lot of buying and selling. We made some good profits. But I still think that like one of the few areas where you can have massive gains is crypto. Like that you can invest $5,000 in one day, have 300,000 crypto. Do I know which cryptocurrency to put your money into? No. Do I think some people will get it right? Yes. Do I think some people get it wrong? Yes. So, but yeah, I'm a firm believer that there's a lot of wealth to be generated with crypto. You can also lose a lot of money. So, however, I've been right about my calls on Bitcoin. When I was saying it was going to hit 100,000, people thought it was crazy. It hit 100,000. Now I'm saying it's going to 250,000. Bitcoin's going to hit 250,000. I'm saying it now. But my problem with Bitcoin is it's already so expensive that like the amount of the money level I'm working with, it wouldn't generate me the returns. I would much rather risk it on a really, really, really cheap crypto that if it does hit, I'm paid, as opposed to like putting it in Bitcoin and doubling my money. Like, you know what I mean? That's where I'm at with it. Yes, Monkey Finesse. I used to every year go to Myrtle Beach. So I didn't go this year, but I think before that 3 years in a row. Yeah, I got a lot of footage from Myrtle Beach. So yeah, I used to be at the Myrtle Beach every winter. At least like 3 years in a row, I think. Yeah, I'd be at Myrtle Beach every winter. So yeah. We got tons of beach footage. Agent, what up? You buying some oil to pay for your gas? Okay, I like that. What up, Checkmate? I have not read that, Rick. Diamante, I don't consider YouTube a job. So I once again, there's like jobs and then there's like work. So if I'm not working a job and just doing YouTube, I consider that taking time off. You know, when if I think most people who've been able to like do what they love for long periods of time will tell you that like even though it's work, you know what I mean? Like it's different, you know. So I don't. Some days YouTube is work, but like if I'm like I was before I got this job, that 5 months just living off my YouTube income, I consider that taking time off. When I can wake up when I want to and do whatever I want all day long, and if I want to do a live stream for a couple hours or I want to do a little video every few days, I can. That's taking time off, you know. So yeah. I don't. And there's a lot of content creators who do a lot more than me and work a lot harder than me. But yeah, if I'm just doing YouTube, that's taking time off. We chilling because I don't do much. Yeah, lady, the job's not your life. It's just a part, and that's not saying anything negative. Like, if you're at a bad job, a genuinely bad job, well, you need to get up out of there. But a lot of times we got decent jobs, and it's providing us a service. So I don't think we have to demonize jobs across the board. You can say, yeah, I'd rather be doing my own thing, which is great. Let's do it. But yeah, I mean, it's like, I think we can appreciate jobs for what they are. And if you got a decent job and it's paying all your bills and it's been doing that for years, I think, you know, it's okay to be like, hey, I appreciate my job. I appreciate my boss, you know. I'm gonna start my own business 5 years from now, but like, you know what I mean? But it doesn't have to be your life either. That's what sugar daddy, hey, however you get it. Nothing wrong with getting a sugar daddy or a sugar mama. If everybody happy. Ain't nobody lying to nobody, everybody happy. Nothing wrong with it. Get it. Brian, first week without a job. Feels great. Let's go. Been exploring a little passion to see what comes of it. Definitely not used to the heat anymore, but not giving up. Hey, enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. Let's go. Oh, Manny, I just borrowed some weights from my buddy Mike, and I've been doing just a little light lifting with the weights. I'm gaining weight. I'm gonna gain. I don't know how many pounds I weigh, but I have a weight that I'm trying to hit. So I'm just slowly getting into the things I need to do to gain that weight. So I know I'm gonna do it. I don't know how, but I feel like the first step was to, you know, do a little simple lifting, just to, you know, like I said, you got time. I don't feel like I need to rush these things anymore. I got time, so you know, we'll figure something out. What up? Oh, who's that say? What is that? I can't even read that name. Hey, glad you catch the live. Sorry, the sun is. I can't see what that name is. Ian said, if I wanted to go overseas right after a seasonal job, but wanted to take $1,000 to $1,500 for the trip, how can I withdraw it if my bank is across the country? ATM. You can take $500 a day out of the ATM. So if you want to take $1,000 with you, just take 500 one day, and then 24 hours later, take another 500. If I'm understanding the question. I never wear sandals except at the house. Yeah, Diamante. That's a good manifestation. Like, hey, I want to find a way to earn money and support my lifestyle of travel or whatever that doesn't feel like work. Or no, don't say, no. Actually say, I have found a way to earn money that allows me to, you know, fund my lifestyle and support my lifestyle of whatever, you know, insert your lifestyle here, that doesn't feel like work. Write that down every day. I have found a way to pay all my bills, support my lifestyle, that does not feel like work. Because it's possible. I'm sure there's lots of things you could do that you could get up every day and do it, and 9 out of 10 days you feel tickled about it. What do you feel like work? We're not taught that that's possible, so we don't believe it, but there's lots of people that do it. Like I said, I be doing it. You know, like and I think that's part of the reason I'm so like bullish on like belief, because I'm just like, some of the things that I said years ago I wanted to do, like years ago I was like, hey, I just want to travel around and live in hotels and Airbnbs. And I said it like jokingly. Some people, the OGs were around. I said it jokingly. I just want to travel around, live in Airbnbs and hotels. When I found myself actually doing it, I was like, what the? I'm like, because I had no concept. Like back then I didn't, I just said I wanted to. These days you'll notice I say I'm going to, because I believe now. Back then I was like, I want to. It'd be cool. And when I found myself actually doing it, I'm like, bro, like this is crazy. Like how did this happen? Right? So like that's why I'm so big on like, we can do this stuff, folks. We can figure this stuff. It's possible. There's opportunity. We just got to start going, you know. You don't have to know how you're going to do it to start doing it. Oh, that's a good video title. Write that down. There's nobody over there, I hope. You don't have to know how you're going to do it to start doing it. That's a good video title. Have I ever made a resume for seasonal jobs? Yeah, I got a couple different resumes, Ian. It just depends on what job I'm applying for. So yeah, I got when I was in Denver for a while, yeah, there was a different resume than the resume I use for seasonal jobs. Yeah, I got a couple. I don't have a couple different resumes. They're all true, but it's just certain jobs don't need to be on certain resumes, and there's no dates on my resume. So I can pick and choose the jobs I want to put on there, because like I don't put dates because I don't want to. And if they ask about it, I just tell them I've worked a lot of jobs several times, and like it would be too much work to figure out exactly the day and the month. You can call them and they'll tell you I worked there, but like, yeah. That's the sweet spot, lady, where you can do what you want with your time. Oh, sheesh, I still work. I got to go to work today. I got to go to work this afternoon. Yeah, I still work. Patria, what up? Nighthawk, I haven't really got into what I'm going to do with my diet yet. I have been cooking, now that I have an air fryer, I've been cooking steak and chicken thighs, and mainly eating that. But I don't know. I got a couple of buddies that have been giving me like advice. So, you know, that's, once again, I'm very chill with this type of stuff. As it occurs to me, like, okay, everybody's telling me to eat more eggs. I might buy some eggs, learn how to cook eggs. You know, I'm very just chill with it. So I'm in the beginning stages, but y'all gonna see. When I hit 170 pounds, y'all gonna see it. Y'all be like, damn, Tim, you put on weight. I'm gonna be like, did I? I'm gonna be like, did I? 170, that's the goal. I can tell y'all, 170 is the goal. Easy money. I want to gain weight because I like the way I look when I gain weight. It's total vanity, and I'm fine with that. Total vanity. I'm good now. I like what I see when I look in the mirror when I'm heavy. So I'm gonna do it. Simple as that. Jose, good to see you, good to see you. July's off to a good start. Face some challenges, overcome them. Gonna overcome them though. Nice. Things will get better. Yes. Enjoy your summer. That's awesome. That's awesome. And thanks for the update. I love it. Yeah, Endicott. Yeah. We're gonna figure it all out. We're gonna figure it out. You know. And I am gonna have to like eat a lot more. The protein shake. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot. There's gonna be work, but yeah, I got nothing else to do. Or nothing that I'm doing that would stop me from doing that, you know. Jeanette, I have not tried house sitting or pet sitting because I don't have the pet gene, and I'm not trying to watch nobody else's pets. So I have, because most house sits want you to watch pets. I don't want to deal with people's pets, so that's not the route. I've never been down that road. Out of scene, what up? Gino, I don't think a cruise job would be perfect for me because I don't like the ideal of like, if I don't want to work there no more, they're just going to drop me off at the closest port and I got to find my way back home. I think people don't think about that part, and I never did until I talked to someone who worked on cruise ships. Like, if I'm on a cruise ship and it's not for me, and I say, hey, I think I'm good, I'm going to resign my position, whatever, they're just going to drop me off at the next place the boat docks, right? Because they're not going to keep me on the ship and keep my housing and my meals going if I don't work for them. So how am I going to get back home? I just don't like that idea of like being trapped like that, you know? Oh, Nick, I do write it down. Trust me, I write all this stuff down. All the goals I talk about, I write down. Promise you. Every day. What up, F Doctor? Jeanette, I think I'm just natural. Like when you see me on camera, I'm in a good mood typically. If I'm ever in a mood where I'm like low energy, I don't get on camera typically. Every now and then I will do one and go, hey, I'm not feeling, you know. But typically, like, and I think overall I am really just a kind of person, you know. I don't have a lot to be down about, if I'm being honest. Like, we out here. There's things that happen in my life I could allow to let me down, but like, we good, bro. We going places. We've been places, we going even more places, man. We up. When I say we, I mean all of us. We finna gain weight, Michelle. Yeah, healthy weight. And I say that. I'm gonna weigh 170 healthy pounds. Yeah. Praveen, good to see you, my brother. How you doing? Ian, if you quit or get fired from a seasonal job, just don't mention it. This ideal, like, and now, like, if you're in corporate America and you have a very serious resume, you got to list up. But like in seasonal work, yeah, just don't list it. Like, you don't have to tell your next job anything, your next potential job, anything you don't want to tell them. You notice how scared we are of like employers? Oh, what happens? Just don't tell them. If they ask you why if you do put dates and they ask you why there's a gap on your resume, just be like, I was doing something. I was busy at that time, you know? Agent, what up? Yeah, we about an hour and 22 minutes in. Praveen doing a little training at work. Okay. That is true, Ridge Runner. Sometimes you get a end of season bonus some places. That's cool. Hey, hey, we appreciate that, Praveen. I know the job appreciates that. Don't want to go, but you're going to go? Okay. Ian said, if I use my local bank for seasonal work, will I have to call them every time I go to a new state or city or in between jobs? I know for overseas. No, you don't have to. No. Well, I mean, like, the world we live in today, people are always trying. Let me speak from personal experience. I've never had to call a bank about anything domestic, personally. The one time I had an issue, it was not where I was at. It was ironically, it was like Alaska Airlines. My bank didn't like Alaska Airlines. So I used my debit card to like pay for a checked bag, and it shut my card down. And I just called them and they were like, oh yeah, we had issues with that. It's the company. I'll be all over the States and I've never had a bank care domestically, you know? Internationally, yeah, call them, let them know. But domestically, I don't think banks care that much. Unless like it's some weird stuff, but like they know people travel, you know? So yeah. Hey, Rochelle, appreciate that. I try to stay, you know, up energy and positivity. Like what, you know, what else is there? I'm gonna be down all the time. Like why? Like I'm blessed, bro. Like, say gratitude is big in that. Once I got a good gratitude practice, like I'll tell you, like I'll be down sometimes, but like after a certain amount, like I'll be like, bro, what are you doing? You're blessed, right? You know, like you see where you're living, you see what you're doing, you see the friends you have. Like Even if and this won't happen, but even if my life went to whatever, the stuff I've been blessed to do in the past 10 years, bro, like the blessing of having the family I grew up in, and the parents and the siblings I had, and like, bro, like I'm too blessed. I'm a, smack all that in the face, act like all that was nothing, and just sit around and be down all the time. Now I understand sometimes we're depressed, sometimes we're down, but like overall, like, bro, I'm too, like, genuinely, I feel too blessed. Like, I can't. I gotta stay up to help other people and pay God and the universe back for all the blessings. We too up. Praveen eating a little lunch, okay. They spray. I don't celebrate birthdays. Other than that, I don't mind doing shout outs, but I don't celebrate birthdays, so I don't do happy birthday shout outs because I don't celebrate them. Sorry. It's like the one thing I don't say. Praveen trying to break up with the smartphone, but she keeps holding on. Yeah, you can have bad days, but a blessed life. Facts. Facts. Yeah, gratitude journal, abundance. I think journaling, whatever you call it, whatever you put in it, is a powerful thing. Something about it. Something about it. I mean, as humans, we throughout the as soon as we discover, like, even before we discovered writing, humans have always had the compulsion, the urge to, like, write. We was writing on cave walls, and there's a reason we came up with, like, writing, and there's something there. There's something very powerful with it, Ian, nobody cares about GED or high school diploma. I'm gonna say this, and I'm an honest man. I don't lie. Very rarely, on occasion, in a moment of weakness, I might tell a half truth. We've all slipped up and told a lie. But I will say this: if you write down in the section where it says high school, any high school, no one's gonna check. You can write down Thomas J. Simpson High School, Knee Knuckle, Kansas. Nobody's calling to see if that's a real school. Nobody cares about high school diploma. Or just say you got a GED. How would they know? You can say you have a college degree. They're not calling, typically. Especially nobody's calling high school. If there's a company that calls your high school to get your file, you don't want to work for them. They got problems. They got way too much time on their hand. What's going on over there? You working your employees too hard if you got that much time on your hands. What are you doing? No one cares about high school diploma or GED. Nope, nobody here. Hey, Praveen, we got you with the prayers as always. Definitely. Yeah, don't share none of your business you're not comfortable sharing, but we got you with the prayer. We don't need to know what's going on to pray for you, my brother. T Black, what up? We out here. Lights looking good. Definitely got you with the prayers, Praveen. Trying to think, was there any other? I had a lot of thoughts this morning. Trying to think, was there anything else I wanted to say? Now I'm trying to decide what I'm for lunch. I might get me an old juicy steak again. I feel bad though. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I feel bad when I cook steak because I think it makes the whole house smell like steak, and I don't be wanting to, like, the whole house. I got roommates, right? So I don't be wanting the whole house to smell like food. And I feel like when I cook chicken thighs, the smell dissipates quickly. But it seems like when I cook steak, like, it lingers. So I got to figure something out. Because I don't want people to, like, oh, Tim be cooking his food and the whole house be smelling like proteins, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Happy Thursday, Maria. See, said most companies don't verify the information on your resume. Thank you, thank you. No one has time. Think about it. If you as an HR, is you really trying to spend on it? No. Resume looks good. If it's true, when the person who interviews them talks to them, they'll know. If people lying on their resume, you probably, like, why do we need to verify? Ian, so I currently don't have dental or health insurance. That's one thing that, like, and this is part of I'll tell y'all, this is part of my rebuilding time right now. I got to stay somewhere long enough to get all that, So previously, when I was just doing a seasonal job, I didn't have it. I want it now. So we got to settle down for a little bit. But yeah, now there are some seasonal jobs that if you keep coming back season after season, eventually you might qualify. I know a couple places that, like, definitely one place, but I know there's others, I think, that, like, if you come 3 seasons in a row, that 3rd season you'll qualify for benefits. But I mean, you always can buy it yourself. That's the thing too. You can, anytime you want, if you want to spend the money, you can just go to, like, Blue Cross Blue Shield and buy your own health and dental insurance if you want to. Not saying it's not pricey, but I'm just saying. But if you're expecting a company to provide it, most seasonal places you're not going to have it. So that was a sacrifice I've had to make for many years. It's like, dental, I don't mind so much because I can afford to pay my own dental typically. I have up to now, but it will be nice to have benefits. So that's something you got to think about. Mexico in the building. What up, DM? Hey, appreciate that. Glad we could throw some wisdom out there. CB, I don't know about line dancing, but I appreciate square dancing. I appreciate the invite. Yeah, Bonnie. I never thought about that. Yeah, for you with massage, that might be a vibe. But, like, yeah, it's all linked together. And yeah, like, if they guarantee transport back to the port you left out of, cool. But yeah, if you just, something happened, even if it's like, even like you get hurt, I don't even know how that works on a cruise ship. I don't know. Yeah, I was like, I don't like that being in the middle of the ocean. Except for, like, when I go on a cruise, like just going on a cruise, but not working on one. What up, BF? It's going good. And yeah, there are, thank you, Maria, for bringing that up. And someone else did too. But, like, there's options for, like, getting taken care of when you don't have insurance. So I don't go to the doctor much, way less than people tell me I should, but they're not me. They don't have my body. So I'm not going just because they say I should. This whole checkup thing is crazy to me. Anyway, I have been blessed to find, like, local clinics and other places, urgent care. Urgent care used to be a lot cheaper, by the way, but it's still an option. Blessed to have the money to pay for it when I've had to go. But, urgent care, local clinic, like, do your research. And a lot of times you can find ways to get taken care of at a reasonable price, even without insurance. The thing, like, research is like a lost art, and there's so many things, especially now, that would be useful in our life if we just took the time to, like, look it up. Now you can just ask ChatGPT, and we still don't do it. It's weird. Ian, these days most places use debit card. I don't. Back 10 years ago when I started, there were some times where, like, it might have been better with cash. I think these days, everybody, if you got your debit card, you're fine. I don't think it's a bad thing to have a little emergency cash on you, but, like, and here's the thing, most of the places that are like, you gotta have cash, they typically have ATM. Because they know. But yeah, I think these days, debit card is good everywhere for the most part. Poppy, I'm with you. Like, I don't know why we keep track of our age. It doesn't do anything. Yeah, the ER in America, I don't believe can turn you away. Now, that doesn't mean they're not going to hit you with a $30,000 bill. But yeah, I don't think the ER in the States can turn you away. because you would have a major lawsuit if they did, and like something really bad happened, or your family would have one if they turned you away and you died. So I think they have to treat you. That doesn't mean they're not going to hit you with a crazy bill. Whether you pay it or not is up to you. You've got free will. But they going to hit you with that bill. They'll take care of you, but they going to hit you with that bill. Trust me. I know that. I've seen that. But like, yeah, if you really need the ER, like it's an emergency, I don't think you're going to care at the moment. But my advice is like, yeah, if it's not an emergency, try to find something else. Because the ER, yeah, they got ER prices. Facts. I'm gonna say they must treat you, yeah. But yeah, they gonna treat you and treat you to that bill as well. Trust and believe. Hollis the Hobo, thank you. Let me put down this water so I can give you some love. Hollis the Hobo, thank you. Super Chat Squad said, hey Tim, was great catching you live today. Have to bounce. Just want to say thanks for taking the time out of your day to share your experiences, strength, and hope. I'll catch the rest later today. Peace. Hey, Hollis, thank you. Appreciate the love. Peace out, my brother. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. I appreciate you coming through this part. If you're watching it in the replay, I appreciate you coming back. And I appreciate that abundance, that prosperity. We definitely gonna put that to good use. So thank you, Hollis. Enjoy the rest of your day. We here. Yes. Super Chat Squad. Medical debt is the top debt of Americans. I could probably followed by student loan. No, credit. It's not credit card debt. Credit card debt's not number one. The top three got to be medical, credit card, student loan. Well, house, but that's different. Belgrade in the building. What up, Jay Eagle? Ian, I don't have problems with national parks. Nah, I don't. I wouldn't say I have problems with national parks. Now, I will admit, I got fired from Yellowstone 10 years ago. Glacier 5 years ago. I left early. But now I wouldn't say I have problems with national parks. Nah. I wouldn't look at it that way. I think you'll find if you decide to start doing seasonal work, I think you will find that like every property is different, every company is different, every situation is different, and you just have to figure out for yourself the ones that work for you. And a lot of times, I think most people will tell you like, yeah, it wasn't a horrible experience, but I might not be going back to that place for this reason or that reason. Every now and then someone might have a horror story, but I think most of the time it's just like, it's a personal like, yeah, that just didn't work for me. And that's the beauty of seasonal work. You can try different places. This summer I'm gonna go here, and you might find a place that, oh man, I want to come back every summer. This winter I'm gonna go here, and you're like, oh, it was a cool winter, but not for me. Or maybe I don't want to go back, So like, but yeah, I definitely wouldn't. I can't say anything blanket about national parks because they're all different. Every national park I've worked at, different experiences. Some are lots of partying, some not so much, So 710, what up? Walking into work, what up? Got me on, let's go. First summer working for Steamboat, loving it. Nice. Awesome, glad to hear that. Oh, that was the top three? Okay, nice. This looks like Tulum. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Nah, it's a river in Montana. This might not even be the river. This might be a creek or something. I don't even know what this is. Lee, you got a horror story? I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't say Jeanette, someone's fangirled over me, but like, I mean, there have been experiences and times. There have been times where like someone, possibly because we interacted on the internet, thought we were going to be closer than we were. And then when that didn't transpire, that was kind of, but I've never had anybody fangirl out or nothing. I'm still waiting for that, actually, if we're being honest. I'm joking. I'm joking. Jose, thank you. Super Chat Squad, thank you so much. Appreciate the love. Thank you. Said Tim, mark my words. I'm going to make the second half of the year even better than the first. Let's go. I'm marking your words, sir. It has been a great year so far. I love that. Like, it's been a great year. Second half's going to be even better. A lot of times we have this like, oh, if good things are happening, something bad's got to happen. Why do we think that way? No, it's not the way the universe works. Does bad stuff happen? Yes, occasionally, time to time, whatever. But good can, like, bro, the first half was good. The second half's going to be even better. Let's go. Why wouldn't we always think that way? And if it didn't turn out that way, well, we got next year. I'm not going to make it happen. I love it. Hey, Jose, I'm always saying, man, I love your positivity. You've been on that positivity train for a long time. You're not letting it get you down. And I mean, just from the interactions we have on here, you seem like so much happier and you know, just, you know what I mean? Like, so keep going. Jose, follow Jose's example. Stay positive. Why not? Let's go. And I look forward to hearing about the second half of your year. And I appreciate that love. Thank you. Got Jeanette laughing out loud at work. Uh-oh. You're gonna get in trouble. I might get that right up. I get that right up. Hey, we don't laugh around here. You may not have known. You may not have got the email. You may not have got the memo. We don't laugh out loud around here. No LOL around here. Do people even say LOL anymore? Dakota, good day. Good to see you. Do the kids say LOL anymore? Ooh. Couple bugs here and there. Cool, we doing good on time? I'm glad I got up so early. Because usually I'll be like, I'm a live stream, and then I lay in bed, but I'm glad I got up early, so I got time. We can stream a little longer, and I can go get me something to eat, relax a little bit, then go to work. J Baby's up at 07. How you doing? Good to see you. Got that little river noise. Free of charge, a little river ambiance in the back. I gotta find, next time I think I want to find a better spot. So the sun plays a major part in like where I stand and things like that. So like that was like the perfect spot last time. Because like the sun was over there, so I was standing over there, you can see behind me. I gotta find another spot for the day to where like y'all can get the full river behind me. I gotta scout this location a little better, but we're here. You gonna try smaller places in the future, Lee? Go for it. The kids just laugh out loud. They don't say LOL, they just laugh. Yeah, Lee, I will say, yeah, you know, sometimes you might get what you're looking for. My thing is this: just find what you like. What are you looking for? You know, and grab that. Like, I feel like you've been doing season work long enough that like you know the stuff you don't like, you know the stuff you do like. I think you can find a spot that gives you what you're looking for. Hey DM, the only book I'm really on right now, and I've been on it for a while, is The Dynamic Laws of Prosperity by Catherine Ponder. I'm still listening to that one on a regular basis, sometimes daily. So JBaby07, can't wait to get back out in nature. Scenery's beautiful. Let's go. Let me give y'all that without me in it. Hold on. Give y'all that. Oh, let me see. In front of me is okay. I'll give y'all the front. You know, front's okay. A little hilly up there. What the hilly? Well, yeah, man. I love it. I love it. And I know you'll be back out in nature soon. But yeah, I might have some new book recommendations. I don't know, like when I'm just like, I've been, and the same thing kind of happened when I was reading A Happy Pocket Full of Money regularly. Like, I'm noticing, like, if I find a good book that resonates with me and I just keep reading that or keep listening to the audiobook, they don't have a good audiobook version of The Happy Pocket Full of Money that I've seen yet. I gotta look. But maybe on Audible. But if I find a good book and I just lock in on that book, it seems like it really I can prolong the positive stuff happening. Because, you know, sometimes you, like, I thought, like, for example, some people read whatever holy book they love for their whole life. And it's amazing. My mama reads the Bible every day. You know, part of the reason she's an amazing woman she is, the Bible. She reads it every day. And I'm like, if you can find one book that really resonates with you and read it your whole life and it works, why do we feel the need to like always be reading a different book? Because sometimes I'll buy a book and it does nothing for me. But I know this book over here does something for me. So why not just keep reading that book? I don't know, we're trying that. Simple. Oh, you're reading that book? Oh, Maria, it's a good book. It's a good book. Let's go. Let's go. I tell you, they've made prosperity a bad word. Poverty's fine. You can say that all day long. You start talking about prosperity, people start pulling back. Oh, wow. Oh. You tell people, I think I'm going to be broke my whole life. They're like, yeah, that's the way it is. You're like, oh, I'm going to start being prosperous. They're like, oh, bro. Nope, not around here. Nope. Prosperity around here. I don't know what to tell you. Leo, yes, I have had pregnancy scares. I'm a proud child-free man in my 40s, but you know, I've had many a pregnancy scare. I'm not gonna hold you. Some of them went beyond being scares, and I found this out later in life, but you know, certain people took certain steps without asking me, so I'm still child-free. But I definitely had my, bro, if you in them streets like I was in my 20s, you gonna have pregnancy scares. That's non-negotiable. If you really putting in that twerk, putting up some numbers like I was trying to, you going and you drinking like I was. Let me not say that. Let me say, the person I was in my 20s, drinking like I was drinking, you go mess up and have some scares. So, and the women I was messing around with, you gonna have some scares that ain't even real. They just trying to trap you. So I had it all. Real scares, fake scares, had it all. Part of the reason I don't be in the streets now is because like I think I just like exhausted all that back then. I'm tired, so I'm chilling. Yeah, but we definitely had them scared. Hey, glad to hear your younger brother had positive news for me. What if a 20-year-old young man approached me and says, you're his dad? I'd be like, put me on, who's your mama? Who's your mama? I'm a no, trust. Who's your mama? I remember, you get a little older, sometimes your memory ain't what it used to be. I remember all that. Who's your mama? What up, Joey? Yeah, we still in Montana. Oh, you was in Bozeman? Yeah, Bozeman's a vibe, man. Bozeman's a vibe. I be telling people. Bozeman's a vibe. Hey, Sasha, like the background. Chad, you are welcome. That forgiveness video, specifically talking about forgiveness isn't logical. One of the videos I'm most proud of. I feel so blessed that like the universe let me get that message out in a manner that resonated with people. I took a long time like thinking on that one. And I was very happy the way it came out. One of the videos that means the most to me. Because yeah, I like yourself, I still get people come through commenting like, hey, thank you, because I just feel like it's a topic it don't get talked about. Like our society is very good at like blame, and you know what I mean, just like, oh, you messed up, you got to fix it, you're not good enough, you're trash, that, and we like tough love, all this stuff, and like nobody's talking about like, bro, we mess up. And not usually when we talk about forgiveness, it's about other people, which is great, but like sometimes we got to forgive ourselves. We're all human. There is nothing any of us can do that is not something humans can do. I don't care how bad you mess up, it's some human stuff. And since we're all human, we gonna do human stuff. We're going to make mistakes. We're gonna mess up. A lot of the stuff that we beat ourselves up for now, that we're grown, we did when we was kids, didn't know nothing. I hear people all the time, yeah, I did something at 18, I still haven't forgiven myself. Bro, you was 18, you didn't know nothing. The reason you know it's bad now is because you did it at 18 and you saw the aftermath and you're like, I'm never doing that again. After that, you're good. You know what I mean? You know, you can't beat yourself up enough to feel like you warrant forgiveness. It's not logical. You just got to forgive yourself. Move on. I mentioned done some things not proud of. Really hurt some people. Oddly enough, though, I found that some of those people, once I forgave myself, were willing to like forgive me and allow me back in their life. It's almost like the energy shifted, and they like, yeah, you screwed up, and I'm never gonna forget. But like, we cool. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed that video, Chad. Thank you, and I appreciate you coming through and saying hi. R1, what up? I'm good. I'm good. Bugs is coming. Henry, hello. Finland. Oh, nice. Finland in the building. Let's go. Listening to The Power Now. That's a good book. I think I've listened to parts of that. Bro. Like in the past 10, I think it must be the same bug. Because I was fine with the bugs, and all of a sudden, they out. Ridge Runner's a world-class bartender. Okay. Praveen went to Trader Joe's, doing a little light flirting, socializing. A little light flirting at Trader Joe's. Okay. Go on. I'm joking. Yeah, the bugs are like, hey, this dude been out here a little too long. They tolerate you for a little bit. You're like, wait a second. This dude done set up camp out here. Utilize the power of your mind. I agree. Like, this is one of the most powerful, like, with our mind, we can create. We can become co-creators. That's powerful, bro. That's like, it's crazy. And that's the thing, like, we don't believe that. So that's why, like, we're like, why would I think I could do so-and-so? It's not possible. How it's like, no, you create the possibility with your mind. Like, that's how it works. How else would it happen? Even if things just happen, like something had to, I think it's our minds, it's the catalyst. Like we create the opportunity when we start believing it's gonna happen. We create the things that like come in motion. Like I was saying this, like, I think I read this somewhere or something, but like, it's surprising. I know for me. Some of the things that like I said was going to happen, that have slowly started happening, I'm very surprised by the manner in which it happened. It was not the way I would have envisioned it, but it's happening, and so now I'm waiting to be pleasantly surprised, right? I'm just like, why? Like, and I like that because I don't limit my thinking anymore, because we're so used to like, I'm gonna do this and I think it'll happen in this way. But once you realize God, the universe, nature has all these friggin' possibilities that we can't even think of, it allows you to believe more, because like it doesn't have to be logical, right? Just like forgiveness, logic is, I love Mr. Spock, but logic is limiting. It doesn't have to be logical. I'm gonna do the stuff, or these things are gonna happen, and it can come in a manner that I can't even fathom, bro. But by me like believing it, I'm setting the wheels in motion for that surprising, amazing thing to happen, you know? Ow. Oh yeah, the mind has negative thoughts, but yeah, you can control them. What in the past we've just ran with the negative thoughts. As we tap more into positivity, as we tap more into abundance, prosperity, belief, we just start to limit those. Like, because when a negative thought pops up, you're just like, that's never gonna happen. And if it does, I'll deal with it. Yeah, if that happens, that would suck. It's not gonna happen. And if it does, I'll deal. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, before, I know for me, I would just like ruminate on the negative, and sometimes still I fall into the trap. And then I'm like, bro, like, it's not gonna happen. And if it does, we'll figure it out. What is there to think about? You know what I mean? Hey, R1, do it. Move to a coastal town, start over. Sometimes you got to. Sometimes you got to. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. You can see these bugs starting to make my eye itch. That happens sometimes. If I get around like if I see a pile of ants, my eye will start itching. So sometimes bugs will do that to me. It hasn't happened in a while, but my eye will start itching. It's weird. Yeah. Yeah, you'll be surprised. I tell you, it has expanded my thinking. Because I'm just like, bro, I would have never thought it would happen that way. Like, how did that even, I tell you. Hey, Jeanette, you said you got so many negative thoughts, you erase half the chats, half the messages in the chat, because you know we don't do that around here. And first and foremost, I want to say appreciate you doing that. Here's the thing, though. You're realizing that they're too negative now. That's growth. You know what I mean? Like, you're realizing, oh, that's probably too negative thought. There probably was a time where you would have just fired it off, not even realizing it was a negative thought. Like, this is what we're talking about. But now you're like, oh, wait, that's a little too negative. That's growth. Next, you'll probably start seeing yourself thinking of those less and less. And then the day will come where you're like, man, I haven't had to delete a comment in I don't even know how long. Like, it's all growth. It's all growth, you know? I agree, Praveen. If there's something you need to know about, you will find out about it without watching the news. Somebody will call you. Somebody will tell you. You'll see it. Oh, wait, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm so much happier without watching the news. People be telling me, dude, when I'm out, like where I'm at, places like this, and like I just go to work and I take my little hikes and I hang out with my friends, I'm so oblivious what's going on in the world. I don't know. I don't need to know. If there's something I need to know, one of my friends be like, hey, you hear about so-and-so? I'm like, oh, word? Okay, well, I guess we better. Ooh, there's a hawk up there. I feel like I haven't been checking my surroundings as much as I should have been. That hawk circling. Oh, he's circling. Is that an eagle? That might be an eagle. I think that's an eagle. That thing's got a pretty big wingspan for a hawk. That might be an eagle. Do eagles circle them? I don't know. It's a big bird. Ridge Runner threw the TV away 30 years ago. Yeah, I don't watch TV. Now I gotta watch my sports. I got my WNBA League Pass. That's one of the joys of my life. But yeah, I don't watch the news. Snack wraps are back? I don't know what that means. I'm glad you're excited, Lee. Sasha, I'm sure there's bears somewhere around. I ain't seen one, but I'm sure they're somewhere. Actually, I know they're around. You know what's funny? So all the trash cans here are like bear proof. So they have that weird thing you got to stick your hand in to open them. And it is one of the highlights of working here is watching people not from here try to open the trash can. Because I went through it. When I first got, to these parts of the country, I couldn't get in the trash can. And I love going up, oh, you got a boom. And they're like, what? The trash can's broke. I'm like, it's bear proof. Yeah. Sig, what up, what up, what up? Yes, I recommended the Dynamic Laws of Prosperity. Really enjoying it? Nice. Yeah, that was me. That was all me. Glad you enjoyed it, Sig. Praveen, you had hiccups all day? Okay. All right. You got to say the alphabet. You got to hold your breath, say the alphabet backwards. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to hit 2 hours. That was my goal. I wanted to come down here, spend a couple hours with y'all, soak up the energy, soak up the love, the positivity. It was great to soak up a few super chats too, yeah, if we're being honest. So thank y'all so much for being a part of the community, be a part of this stream, and see the loving, amazing human beings that you are. I love each and every one of y'all. Big shout out to the thumbs uppers, the lurkers, the usual suspects. Big shout out to the super chat squad. Thank you. When this is over, prayers for everybody we said we're gonna say prayers for. And please just remember, like, we ain't got forever, but we got time. We're gonna get to all the things we're trying to get to. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be great. We just gotta believe. I love y'all. We'll talk again soon.